drums of war never cease. For the old world lies in great peril. A strong leader is needed to unite the Empire, the greatest of mankind's nations. As gods battle for the world's fate, I make my own humble contribution. In the employ of the newly anointed Emperor. Even now, we make haste to the Emperor's ancestral capital. For the demented Reikland Spider Claw leads an attack on Altdorf's walls. My charge is Franz, the true wielder of Gal Maraz. But as he fights to secure his status as Emperor, will his reign strengthen the nation? Or lead it to ruin? The greenskin threat is extinguished, sire. Yet the fight to secure your rule has only just begun. The Empire is beset by civil war once more. Secessionists hostile to your election as Emperor are trying to form a breakaway province to the south. Advance, crush them, and bring the lands back to your sovereign rule. To the north, Boris Todbringer of Middenheim, a bitter rival in the recent election, is openly hostile. A clash with Todbringer and the wolves of Middenland may well be unavoidable if you wish to unify the Empire. Plan for this eventuality. The Empire has ever been besieged by foes, but you are a prince of Altdorf. Greatness runs in your very blood. Make the Heldenhammer proud.
Well, hello there. Tonight, we are going to find out how many modifications this game can take. We have assembled around 120 mods, mainly focused around SFO Grimhammer and a lot of quality of life updates. We are going to play Reikland, or the Empire, under the leadership of Franz. And we will find out if he can successfully defeat the Orcs and Chaos once again. We have so many mods, it's hard to start somewhere. Well, at first, We already know the story of the electors. We can earn prestige, and we need imperial authority to ensure that our dear neighbors do not rebel against us, and this is about it.
Who wishes the red kiss?
Seems we have a Genevieve Diordon. I'm very bad at French, I apologize. Genevieve is a female vampire of the Lamian bloodline, considered, even if grudgingly in some circles, heroine of the Empire. She became the lover, companion and later wife of the actor, poet and playwright Detlef Zirk. She can scout, boost our income, discover undercities. It's called a unit, not units. Wound, hero, steel technology. It's not very useful on our campaign map. We are going to use her in Karl Franz army. It seems that she is a vampire. I like it. She can suck out all of their blood if she's willing. And our mission is to defeat the Empire secessionists. Okay.
What
There
do
we
you
have another one.
require?
Luthor Hus, known by others as the Prophet of Sigmar, okay, is a legendary and zealously pious warrior priest of the cult of Sigmar that has traveled the length and breadth of the Empire, preaching against corruption and rousing the faithful to seek the will of a holy Sigmar. Okay?
Yes,
We are
my
going
son.
to place both of
So
them
be
into
it.
Karl Franz army. Ay. 50,000. Oh boy. One modification that I stumbled across had some quality of life updates to make the end game easier. The campaign difficulty is on very hard. Our battle difficulty is on medium. Once upon a time I was playing a lot on legendary and very hard, but I cannot recommend legendary because you cannot pause and you cannot enjoy a battle. And battles on very hard are a bit ridiculous because the AI is not good. It's not playing well. It just gets so many buffs, so many cheats that it just outsmarts you by pure strength. We're not going to do that. We're going to play fair. Our units will be exactly as strong as the AIs on the battle map. On the campaign map, we are going to feed them some cheats. We are going to play on very hard, so it will not be too easy. Even though we will need to be very careful, I found a very, very big events mod, which will probably
Yes, son of Sigmar.
create a lot of full stack armies somewhere around, somewhere inside our empire, outside. We're going to see that. At first, we
I
are
am
going
Prince
to
and
take
Emperor.
care of the Empire secessionists.
Let's go. Let us forge our fate.
Luthor Us. A fiery demagogue, scourge of the unfaithful, destroyer of corruption, and grand soulfire. I really like Warhammer because it laws have no boundaries. So, we are going to train him. We need experience in
A
our
time
army.
to heal.
We also have, we have a modification that allows us to upgrade units. That's something that I'm missing from Rome. I don't like that. I liked upgrading units in Rome too. It was easy. And Warhammer doesn't allow you that, for reasons that I do not know. So we got that. So we can even upgrade these petty little pikemen into Eldritch Guard. Of course, we have to ensure that this won't bother the balance, because if I now upgrade all those little pikemen to extraordinary regiments of renown, we are going to crush these infidels very, very quickly. So we now have assembled
I
our
command here.
army. We are going to research something. We don't need industry, we don't have any industry. We don't have any war machines, and we have very little missile troops. We have strong cavalry. We have 2 Reichsguard. But we need to develop our cities. So we are going... 10 rounds. Oh boy. We are going to develop this so we can get a little bit more growth and have more public order, which is extremely important. I will probably go in the late game for a lot of barracks and walls in every city, because I am uncertain what these events will create, and I don't like cities being lost in the midst of a battle, of a war, when my armies are outside my own territory.
Summon the Elector Counts.
Well, Helmut Ludendorff, we could crush you in auto battle, but we're not going to do that. That's, well, ridiculous. What is interesting is that I found a mod called AI General. It also takes Rome 2 again and implements a feature that Rome 2 had, and that is to give the units to the AI. So the AI can use the units to fight a battle. It's usually a bad idea because the AI is bad. Of course it's bad, it's the AI. Creative Assembly has created a lot of things, but good AI is not one of it. And we are going to face some pikemen, some crossbowmen, some swordsmen, and Ludendorff. Ludenhof, I apologize. The battle will be won, of course, rather quickly.
Reichsguard
Still,
Knights!
we are going to try a campaign where almost all of our battles will be fought by the AI.
Ready!
It is certainly possible that I will interfere and sometimes use either the cavalry or heroes, very strong singular troops, to ensure that the AI is not destroying all our troops for nothing. But we will give the enemy AI the chance to win a long-term war against us by having the same chances on the battlefield as on the campaign map. And if I remember correctly, we need to press Shift and F, oh yes, F9, and now our units are under AI control. I like that very much. We are going to start deployment. Before we start the battle, there is something that you have probably noticed, maybe. This game looks good. A little bit better than usual, and that is because we have a sweet FX mod, a graphics mod, Reshade, installed upon Warhammer. There are a lot of reshades, and I tried to find one that is a little bit darker, a little bit more realistic. We can see the difference, it's just one button, so you can understand the difference. The units now look a little bit off. It's it's vanilla. And our units look fierce, dangerous. It's just cool. I played with it a little bit, tried to find the right balance between brightness and battle brightness. The problem is, it looks much better if I allow the brightness, but that will eventually lead to a very dark UI, and it is not very nice for our experience if I constantly switch in the campaign map to vanilla graphics. I don't like that. I doubt that you do. So the difference is not that huge, but still, it is certainly noticeable. And now we're going to start the battle. The AI is taking control, obviously marching forward. We outnumber them, so if the AI is clever, they will just round the cavalry and come in from behind and just crush their resistance. And they are just going to fight for it. Also, we have a very heavy graphics mod for all those tiny spawns, especially musketeers or cannons. Now the residue. It looks impressive. It's super heavy on the graphics card. I wouldn't suggest that you do, because the computer will burn. It's extra cold. Okay. The AI has successfully attacked them from the rear. I'm certainly do. Very neutral hits for pass. Dropping of Sigma, destroying humans.
Change formation!
Not a disciple of Sigma, but
Detachment formation!
Palace.
Form new formation!
We might take a look at Franz if we are there.
Get them!
The Emperor himself. Chosen
We
one.
serve the Emperor!
And the battle is won. There she is.
End them!
Oh boy. A true
All
vampire.
life must end!
You have survived the
I
battle.
hunger!
And now a vampire walking.
To war!
Oh, she's extremely fast. I'm pretty sure she doesn't need a mount.
Bleed them!
She's more than capable of killing him.
Von Carsteins are the true
How much
emperors!
life does he have? Oh,
Death to the living! Vampire!
100. Genuinely
For Isabella!
90 armor for women
All life must end!
in armor. That's I'm not sure if the
End
women
them!
in dress can have 90 armor. But I'm not ready.
Death to the living!
Oh
The
boy,
Empire endures!
he's a little bit strong.
Now!
It seems that one mod is conflicting with another. I'm pretty sure these numbers do not adapt at all.
Sigma!
200 armor.
Ready for battle! Ready for war!
Okay, so Franz is obviously overpowered.
Get them!
Now, we could start
Bring it
new,
down!
trying to remove this conflict. Or we could just
We obey!
grant the Emperor the strength to destroy the Chaos creatures himself.
Get them!
I mean, he's chosen of Sigma, obviously.
Battle
We
awaits!
could say that a divine
Now!
spirit is
Get
guiding
them!
him and enhancing him physically to ultimate powers
Rah!
beyond that of a Dread Saurian.
War!
I'm almost convinced. He's the Emperor after
Yes,
all.
sir!
I mean, if someone is overpowered, it's certainly the Emperor.
Attack! Ready to smite!
And he is in league
Now!
with the Prophet of Sigma. Maybe he's buffing him. Maybe this is not a bug. Maybe this is a feature of the box. I didn't read about it. I'm surprised a little bit, but well, I'm
Prepare
fine.
for combat!
And the last one goes. What's bothering me a little bit is that the battlefields in Warhammer, I'm pretty sure they've gotten smaller. I like huge battles, and Warhammer open battlefield maps are just small. You can take 6 or 7 units, place them in a row, stretch them as thinly as possible, and you can cross from the west to the east. That's not very huge. It's a shame. And we get 1 frame per second. In loading screen, that's almost perfect. That's exactly how it should be. Not wasting any processing power. It's been a long time. So many Total Wars had so badly optimized engines running on no dual core, even a single core. So many bugs. Now we have Warhammer. It's not perfect. It's not a Third Age Total War thing, but it's the best we got. If you like fantasy, if you like Total War, this is the game for you.